Let's see what we need to talk about today. Oh, I saw that card when I was shuffling actually, and we got two, so I'm gonna pick one more for the sake of threes because I like it. Okay, three, there we go. So the three that we have, wow, a lot of air energy. Every single one here is air, which means the mind, matters of the mind and mindset. I'm gonna turn this around. We got purification, hope, and attraction. And hope was the one that I saw popping out. It's like hope is, you might be noticing that hope is like this thing that just keeps popping up. So you find yourself connecting to it. When things seem hopeless, when you don't know where to go, there's always this branch. Yeah, look, there's a branch. There's always this branch that you can hold on to, which is hope for change. Yeah. With the attraction and the purification, I'm sensing here, just from these three cards, that this is a matter of what you are attracting, who you are attracting, and potentially needing to make some changes there. The purification card, I don't know if you can hear it, there's like a dog concert right now. But the purification card is the idea of rejuvenation, right? Of taking away certain parts, putting in new parts. What's the name? I forgot the name now. Maybe one of you knows and can put it in the comments. But there's the idea of the boat, like a certain boat in Greek mythology, I think, where they exchanged every single part over a long period of time, and then the philosophical question came in, which is this still the same boat? Because we've changed all the pieces, so is this the same thing still happening? So maybe you've been trying to rebuild yourself, change up the versions of yourself, or the version of yourself that you knew, so you can attract something different. And this is all coming from a place of hope. Okay, we got the baseline for the reading. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you turn around. The 10 of Wands in reverse. We had the same cards, the same card in the same position. Was it yesterday? Or like the message from yesterday or the day before? But the 10 of... Sorry, did I say 10? It's interesting I said 10. It's the 9, but we still had the 9 as well. But, okay, so things coming to a completion. If I said 10, there's a reason. The 9 of Wands is someone who's gone through a lot and they're still standing. This is on its head. So it's kind of like you've gone through a lot and you're over it. I think that's why I saw the 10. You are over it. You're over maybe what you were attracting in your life, the people you were bringing into your life. What kind of people were this? Can we get an explanation? What kind of people? That is too many cards, my sweets. Please, let's try and do this again. If the card needs to come out, it shall come out. The King of Wands in reverse. Oh my, you were attracting someone who was very egocentric. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is what the cards are telling me. And if this is not something you relate to, then maybe this is not your message. Tarot should be used as an introspective tool. It doesn't necessarily tell you the future or the past. I believe it can, but it's a matter of whether you believe that too, and you're able to discern the message for yourself. Right, but we had... Why did I say ego? Because the King of Wands is the guy who's been most focused in his life, in his own goals, in his own pursuits, in his own hobbies, passions. And if it come up right, I'd tell you this is someone super charismatic who is just really passionate about the things that he cares about and ready to go to war if he has to for the people he cares about and the things he cares about. Now, it being on its head, it's indicating the negative attributes of the King of Wands. So if someone who is so focused on pursuits, on passion, when that moves into the space of that being the sole focus of one's life, where people are just focused on their own pursuits, that can become quite egocentric, right? People who are just, the only thing they care about in life is their own goals and reaching those. This is kind of the energy I'm getting here. And I think you were attracting this kind of person. Doesn't mean you're attracting a man because you got the King of Wands. Whatever makes sense for you. Obviously, these are energies we're speaking on. The fact that we got a court card, so we got a king, really indicates that this is a particular relationship in your life or a person that you are thinking of as we are talking about this, right? Okay, can we get more, just one more on the King of Wands? Like, what happened in this situation that led to the collective being like, I need to change up whatever the fuck is attracting these people? Okay, what is happening? We don't want more? What's going on in between these people? Oh, the Hermit. This was a lesson for you. This was a lesson for you to listen to yourself, to go within. I think you are attracting these kind of people because you are looking for guidance in the external. You are looking for people to come into your life to kind of help you find the way. Yeah, the Hermit is going on his own, finding the way by himself. And this attraction to people that might be not a good fit, not having enough space for anyone else in their life because all they care about is their own stuff. This can also be someone who is like the expression of a man-child, so someone who is all grown in terms of years, but maybe not in terms of the mind, okay? So they're very much like a kid, that's why it's called man-child, trying to just get their own needs met. And you had to recognize that these are the people that you're putting in your life, okay? So you can recognize that you need to guide yourself. You need to be your own guide, not put this much emphasis on people, especially if the people you're attracting are this kind of people, okay? So potentially you had to go inward. You had to go into a phase where you were, you know, by yourself, doing your stuff, finding the guidance within. Because the Hermit is a hermit, spends time alone, happily alone, but for the sake of seeing clearly as well, okay? Alrighty, so if I'm understanding correctly now, oh, we have to talk about this. The Ace of Swords in reverse. We had this card come out as well yesterday. Okay, so maybe you want to really check that out. But the Ace of Swords is your mind. And I'm sorry, the lighting is going. And these cards are super bright, so it's hard to see. But the Ace of Swords is about your mind. It's new beginnings, thinking differently, thinking in a new way, embracing new thought patterns. And there was a blockage to how you you were kind of blocked. This situation, this attraction, the people you were attracting into your life kind of blocked you for a long time in regards to your mind. And this is why, okay, remember we started off with there being a lot of like mental cards. So we had all of the attraction, the hope, and the purification. They all are related to the air element, so the air element being the mind. And you had to recognize this. You had to go through this discomfort. You had to go through recognizing the attraction that you had for people who were maybe not good for you, didn't have enough to give. So you could not only, you had to go through a lot. Again, we had the 9 of Wands, right? You had to go through a lot, and you're still standing, but at the same time, you're over it. You're over it because you realized that you were being held back in regards to your mind. And you did that by going within, and finding the safety internally. And I'm feeling called to repeat this idea of like finding the guide in self rather than being guided by others. We have more cards wanting to come out about the situation. The Page of Wands in reverse. Now I'm sensing this is you. The Page of Wands is early in his quest of trying to express and trying to match up his actions with his passion, right? The wands are the passion. They're the spark that light the flame. And there's a block from you even starting certain things. You might have been held back from just starting new projects, really going after your passions, the things you care about. My dear, but hope kept you going. The card is right on under the hope card. Hope kept you going to knowing that this time for you will come. Wow. Can we have an explanation for the purification? And this fell, even though I asked for the purification, fell on top of the Hermits. We're going to keep that in mind. The Two of Cups in reverse. It's self-explanatory to me, at least. I feel I'm going to explain it to you. I don't know if you're already making connections there. I hope you are, because I'm trying to get you to I like this to be an interactive experience. If you ever have a live reading with me where we are chatting, you'll see that there will be a lot of conversation as well. So whatever's coming up, trust that what's coming up needs to come up, okay? The Two of Cups is the card of partnership. It's divine partnership, two people coming together in union to create, okay? And this is in reverse. Purifying by releasing partnership, by releasing the focus on it. I'm also sensing. Wow. More, please, about the purification that happened. Oh, you want me. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. What the hell? We're getting all the same cards these days. But the Four of Pentacles is holding on to the stability that you have built up to that point, even if it's not huge, if it's not a lot. You're kind of holding on to it. There is this release now. Releasing to, okay, I'm seeing it. Oh dear, you realized where you were holding on to people. You realized where you were holding on to patterns, to attractions that were not good for you, that were, you have the proof. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in how your life went, how your relationships have gone, that you've been attracting people that are unfortunately selfish, self-obsessed, not able to make space for anyone else because the only thing they truly care about is their own goals. Now, even if you had a stable relationship, right, there seems to be a releasing of such to be able to grow, because I'm feeling a lot of bravery with this card, which is not a normal connection I would make with the Four of Pentacles. Because the Four of Pentacles is like stinginess, right? Holding on, scaredness, scared of scarcity. And it's like you're saying, yeah, no, I don't care. May there be scarcity. May there be nothing coming in for now, because that is not the point. What is the point, dear? Tell me. Oh, this one. And this one. Okay. The point is for you to become your own fucking stable ground, dear. The Emperor. The Emperor. He is the one who's in control. He's the one who is doing all the work to make sure everyone is taken care of. And again, a card that's been coming out repeatedly. So really this emphasis of working on your stability. This is the point. The point is for you to become this version of you. All of this hardship is for the sake of you growing, for the sake of you finding true stability, comparatively to a stability that is you just holding on, right, to whatever you can get. Aye. And what card did we have here? The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups coming out as the reason as to why you are doing all of this releasing and purifying. Shows me that there is emotional pain in your life, deep emotional pain, traumas that have shaped you. You know, everything, when we come into this world, it's not even tabula rasa. How do you say tabula rasa in English? Like, it's not just a blank slate. It's as blank as we can come. But we already come into a world in which we have genetic attributes that make us a certain way, and then we come into a world in which we are socialized by the whatever environment we are being brought into. You know, like you don't have the control. You don't know where you're going to be born. And the people you're born into, the families you're born into, the situations, they all shape us. Every step, every breath we take shapes us, the good, the bad. Okay, so the things we are really proud of in life, and the things that really, really hurt us, and especially the things that really hurt us, leave a mark. They leave a mark, and I'm seeing a scar in my mind's eye, and I'm seeing someone with this tincture there going into the scar to try and buff it out. And I don't know what you know about scars, but there's only a certain point that you can heal scars, because once something has scarred, the tissue cannot return to where it was before, not fully. So when you're getting rid of a scar, you're just trying to buff out the surface, because you can't actually go in and get rid of the whole scar. Does that make sense? Like, even if you cut out a scar, you'll still have something there. And instead of judging yourself for no longer being the version that you were before you got scarred, you have embraced cleaning your wounds, making sure you keep the scar as clean as you can, so it can become as mild as it is. And you already, as it can be. Interesting that I said that it is. So maybe you already gone through this pain in a while, so it's kind of become a bit less saturated in your mind. Yeah. That just brought me out, but I'm sure it's meant to be. I'm sure it's meant to be. Maybe we just need to pick some more cards. What is this trauma? Let's look into maybe the trauma, dear. And this is the kind of work that's perfect for like a personal reading, because then we can really go deep and conversate on this. So I can only touch on stuff as we're doing a general reading. The trauma I'm seeing here, okay, the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Two of Wands is trying to expand. Trying to, but being not ready to. The Three of Wands is expansion. If the Three of Wands is you've gone out to buy the ingredients to make a cake, the Two of Wands is you deciding on making a cake. You deciding and maybe starting a list. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, someone who is who thinks that they are really stable in their life, but they are not. They are not. They might be pursuing this stuff, right? They pursue the material world, but it's coming from a place of feeling like they need to expand. Coming from a place of, yeah, there being an emphasis on what you achieve in your life being the outcome you should strive for, rather than your happiness. And I'm seeing, the way I'm holding these cards right now, the dude, the two, he's looking right on down to our spread, and looks like he's looking at the hope. And it's this hope. The trauma, I think, something in relation to maybe people in your life putting things above emotions, things above other people's needs, goals, you know. And you always held on to this idea that there is more. That there is more, and I think this is just a wound that you need to clean. This idea that your worth is connected with outcomes, with the material life. Okay, I'm gonna let you go because this is getting dark. It's getting dark because we're going into trauma? No, it's a little bit, but it's also getting dark, as you can see. So what does the collective need to hear before we leave? Be courageous, dear. Be courageous. To have hope is to be extremely brave. Especially in the times that we live in now, you know? It's a tough pill to swallow when you see the world go crazy. And it's a courageous thing to do, to not succumb to these pains, to these hurdles, and to stay put in a place where you know you're going to get run over. What I'm seeing is someone who is holding on to the hope that there is more to this. There is more. There can be more. There will be more. And I'm going to do the work that needs to be done so there can be more. So you can attract people that are fitted to you, that are fulfilling you, that are able to be equals with you. And in the overall bigger sense here, if I zoom out of this, it's your trauma. It's your trauma showing its patterns, and you've recognized them. So well done. Now the next step is to continue to disintegrate whatever needs to disintegrate, clean the wounds that need cleaning, but also understand that you cannot get rid of whatever hurt that has been caused. The scar will stay. But I want you to wear it with bravery and with courage and with pride for what you have overcome, dear. And that's it. That is the message for the day. Thank you so much if you made it up to here. I hope to see you again soon. If you're interested, maybe you want to subscribe, maybe you want to watch some other stuff. I'll see you either way, hopefully very soon. Bye-bye.